Good afternoon, this is Nicholas from Gandora Gaming, and I bring you all a new Link 1 S-Force card, S-Force Night Chase. Now, S-Force is a really interesting archetype. If you don't know, their whole gimmick is that they were based around columns, and historically, they've always been ass. None of them have ever really made it to competitive play, even rogue status. The archetype is very strange and it revolves around columns, and that's really about it. They have a Link 2 or 3 that's interesting, and it's really cool, like locking mechanisms. But other than that, they really don't do much. But a Link 1 could probably break the deck. There's a lot of Link 1s in Yu-Gi-Oh! That have completely changed the way decks work. Like, for example, the Scareclaw Link 1 for Super Heavy Samurais made Super Heavy Samurais from unplayable to rogue. Same thing goes for a lot of other archetypes. Abyss Actor goes around. Now, a Link 1 can do a lot for an archetype. So let's just go straight into this and see what we can do. First things first, this card is S-Force Night Chaser. Dark Cyber's Link effect monster, 800 attack. Bottom arrow pointing down. Materials are one non-Link S-Force monster, which makes sense. Basically, its first effect is your S-Force monsters in the same column as one of your opponent's monsters can't be targeted for the attack. Meaning, if you spin the field of S-Force monsters, your opponent can never attack them, which is pretty solid, because I'm pretty sure all the S-Forces aren't that big. So this card basically says, hey, let's dupe block our entire field. As long as this card's on the field, your opponent can't attack the same column as an S-Force monster, which is pretty solid. Its second effect is, during the main phase, quick effect, you can target one S-Force monster you control, shuffle it into the deck, then you can special summon one of your banished S-Force monsters. You'll use this effect of S-Force Knight once per turn. Alright, that's also kind of insane. So the S-Force, if you don't know, also deal with the banish zone. Or banish column mechanic. It's a very interesting deck. So this card's basically saying, hey, let's get one of our useless S-Forces, quick effect, tag it out, and put in one of our better S-Forces from the banish zone, which is pretty cool. I think this card could have been a lot better, but for S-Forces, it's pretty solid. The fact that this makes them untargetable for attacks means, honestly, besides card effects, you're pretty solid on like how you're gonna remove these dudes. So you can really stop your opponent from actually playing their normal game plan and just lock them out from attacks, which is pretty solid. And that tag out ability is also pretty good, especially for damage. You can tag out one S-Force for another S-Force during the damage step because, oh no, this is during the main phase. Never mind. I was thinking you can do it during the damage step. You'll attack, tag out, attack again, but no, that ain't the case. During the main phase. But overall, it's still a pretty interesting card. And definitely cool as hell. It's a Link 1, so it's very easy to do. Any S-Force monster in the entire deck gets into this, so we'll just have to see. Anyway, I hope you all enjoy. See you all in the next one.